so excited to get a chance to meet and chat with Mr. Eddie 9-Volt here in the studio.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. You've got me some great coffee. You've been such a great hospitality. That's what Nashville's all about, baby.
That's what we try for it, Eddie. Is on a scale of, let's say, 7 to 10, where do you rate that frothy
I was
monkey?
going to say definitely at least a 9, man.
Okay.
It's delicious. I started drinking coffee black a few years ago, and man, like, it's so delicious, man. Thank you, guys.
Can't go wrong with it.
We love to hear that, Frothy. Do you hear that?
Right, and love that we got a chance to have you on the show. We were actually, I know, aiming for late last week, but we mentioned on the show this morning, it's like, well, you're a little bit busy with doing other shows in other cities, but so glad to have you here in Nashville. Of course, headlining our Nashville Sunday night out at 3rd and Lindsley last night. I know a lot of folks caught the live broadcast, those that weren't in the club. How about your take on the show and playing our live radio show out at 3rd and Lindsley?
Well, man, I always have to remind myself, that it is live, and because I'm a joker on stage, and I like to say a lot of things, and but it's I try to forget that too, so I don't get so nervous, but because it's only on the live radio stuff where I usually forget my lyrics. But
it wouldn't be a show if you did
exactly.
Not
but no, it
forget.
was super fun and a great crowd last night, and yeah, happy to be in Nashville. But like it is, we're doing some press and we got to hit the road, man. So,
yeah,
unfortunately.
And headlined the show last night and is still here to do the morning show on Lightning 100. That's what kind of guy Eddie 9-Volt is.
We're putting in our dues, man. Like I said, we're just honored to be here. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So we'll chat a little bit more, but warming up, sounding great. You feel? I mean, the frothy monkey, I hope, is helping.
It's gonna be frothy, all right.
All right. Eddie 9-Volt in studio, going to play a couple of songs for us. Which one would you like to play first?
I'd like to do a song off the Saratoga album we just put out. It's called Halo. And normally it's got like horns and it's like a Stevie Wonder type thing and real soulful, but acoustic, it holds its own too.
We're going to do it right here on Lightning in the Morning. We got Eddie 9-Volt live here on Lightning 100.
All right, here we go. I guess it always come back to me. You sign the paper, but I don't agree, no. And don't you think it's crazy how we do the same thing all over again? 'Cause you're too high with the halo. You will find another lover, yes I know. You're too high with the halo. Took a pause and things went black. 2 steps forward and 1 round back. Yeah. And don't you think it's crazy how we do the same thing all over again? 'Cause you're too high with the halo. You will find another lover, yes I know. You're too high, baby, with your halo. I guess it always come back to me. Judging by the history, yeah. And jealousy you tasted, wasted in your basement, hiding from your friend. 'Cause you're too high with the halo. You will find another lover, yes I know. You're too high, baby, with the halo. Thank you, Frothy Monkey, for getting my voice ready, baby.
Eddie 9-Volt here in the Valid Music Studio, and that was well done. I still got the kind of funky feel without the horns and all.
I like the morning grit.
Yeah,
hey, it's gritty, all right, man.
Yeah, I loved it. Throw some bacon on there.
Hey.
You got that voltage.
Thank
Eddie's
you
got
very
the
much.
9 Bs.
I tell you, I try.
He might be feeling more 7V right now, but we got you tonight.
Well, you know, I haven't squeaked yet, but it's still early.
Eddie 9-Volt joining us here in the Valid Music Studio, and we were chatting a little bit off air. As we mentioned, had shows before the show last night here in Nashville, and actually, next show is coming up tomorrow in Missouri, but I was just looking at the website, and that's eddie9volt.com, Eddie, the number 9volt.com, and you're hitting the ground running in 2025,
It's
man.
wild, dude.
Yeah,
It's
pretty amazing, man. I got a great team. I'm very happy with 7S and crossover touring, and yeah, we're working hard, babe.
Looks like you're
I'm
doing
literally
doing
looking
shows
at the dates.
regularly through at least July, but that just means that they've got between now and June to book the rest of the year, probably.
We're
right?
already booking 2026, man. It's crazy, man.
That's awesome, man. Well, so you mentioned that song you just played. It's on the new album, Saratoga. We've been playing the title track to the album, which is fantastic.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Talk a little bit about what went into this latest record, man.
Well, thank y'all for spinning it, first of all. And, you know, we started this record out with some buddies, Pat Meese, who's the drummer of Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. Love those guys. We did some songs out in Denver with him in his home studio. And, you know, we were going to go back and finish it up there, but he ended up getting COVID again, and unfortunately. But, you know, so we finished up in our home studio. So which we've done most of our records in our home studio. And, yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's been, you know, our monthly listeners have shot up, you know, so much, and we've been getting a lot of great press, and radio's been playing us. We appreciate you guys.
The stats have been very, very
I'm
good.
not really a numbers game, but you know, there's a lot of people that are. Man, you know, I try not to look at it, man. You know, I don't even read comments anymore, man. You know,
As you should not, because it doesn't help with your creativity. I mean, you're already doing your thing, and like obviously not just the numbers, but the fact that people are booking you this often. It's got to feel good. So we're excited for you. We knew what was up. So
well, thank you guys, man. And like I said, it's been crazy, you know, going all over the world. We've been from you know, Poland all the way to Key West to Seattle, you know. So
that's a lot of places.
Yeah, very honored, man. Very lucky.
Any strange green rooms or ones that you
oh man, there's so many stories I can't tell.
I was like, is there one
on air? But
okay,
you know,
yeah.
Strange green rooms. I mean, you know, there's been really cool green rooms. You know, it's just a lot. You know, we're still in that phase where we play a lot of clubs, and there's, you know, 3-band bills, and you know, there's a room smaller than this is the green room. So
yeah.
Sometimes it's just a lot of beer on beer.
There you go.
A green room smaller than the Valid Music Studio that's going to be a tight squeeze, I think.
I know they exist. I've heard of like a couple venues. I'm friends with the band Tennis, and they were starting to kind of get a little bit bigger. And they went to this venue multiple times, and of course I can't remember what it is now. But when they got to the headline, there was like a whole other room, but they didn't know. They were like, "Oh, we only take our headliners here."
Man.
So it's really interesting to hear those stories.
There's been a story where like, and we're not big or anything like that by any means. But there was a opening band that actually took our green room and they didn't know, and so we could have made a stink, but we just bunked up in the small one. We said it's pretty funny. We might as well do this. Let them have it, you know.
Yeah, to each their own. Everybody needs a
Plus,
spot.
it's another story to tell about being on the road, right?
Man, there's so many, man. Like I said, it's been I've been touring since I was 17. I'm 29 now. We did our first tour, open up for a wonderful artist, Dorothy, a little hard rock artist, and yeah, I think I was 19, and I saw the Troubadour on the list, and I was like, we rented a van, and we put 20,000 miles on it. We dropped the keys off, we ran, we got in our car, because like we didn't want to get charged, you know?
Right.
So,
The LA life.
I know.
I lived it. I totally understand.
yeah, LA's crazy, man. We just came back. We played the Mint. That was cool, man.
Yeah.
LA, it's just so big. I mean, LA's down, and you know, it's so many cities and so huge.
And that was before the fires? Or?
Yeah. That was last year, sometime
Okay.
around August or something. But
Yeah.
we're going back out to California. I love California. It's really expensive, you know. I mean,
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
the Motel Sixes are like $350. You know, it's crazy.
We gotta help Eddie 9V out, y'all. We got some guest spaces.
I
or
knew
something.
I knew it was pricey. I had no idea it was that pricey.
Well, I think at the time we were following Taylor Swift's tour somehow. Like every show we played, she was in the same city.
that would explain
So
it.
there, it was
That
like,
doesn't help.
Even they raised the McDonald's prices. It was crazy.
Yep, and that would explain it. That might be like some folks that maybe they're not sports fans and
Taylor
had
needs to give the local special for people from
yeah.
Nashville.
Or maybe folks that had a trip planned for New Orleans this weekend, and it's like, why are all the hotels $3,000 a night? Well, there's a big
That's right.
football
Well,
game.
I'm
'cause-
repping my Tipitina's New Orleans shirt.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
My good buddy, shout out to Galactic, man. Those we are opening up for them at Tipitina's coming up. So we love New Orleans, man. That's probably my top 5 cities in the world, man.
Right on.
feel
89 volt
that. I feel
here
that.
in studio. I was actually on the fence on whether or not to ask you this, but having done all these shows, you said you've been touring for a dozen years now. Are there any cities that stand out that you have played and any cities that you have yet to play that you're really looking forward to?
That's a great question. Well, obviously Nashville's my favorite.
You got to say that when you're in Nashville. Right?
Honestly, cities that are, that you wouldn't think that are awesome. I love Cincinnati. Cincinnati's an awesome town. They still have such an old, it's got so much old soul there, man. And there's so many great history of records back in the 40s through the 60s there. I love Cincinnati. I love places in Birmingham. I like going in a bar and everyone's still smoking and beers are $3 and stuff like that. And so I like Bethlehem, PA. New Orleans is great. Cities I really want to go to. I really want to go. Which one do we need to go to, Chad? Chad's my keyboard player in the back for all those. He's sitting over there. He's looking really good in his Motorworks jacket. No, it's just these little places, man. And going back to Saratoga, like the album, we wrote it in Saratoga. Well, I wrote the song in Saratoga, Wyoming, and it was just a tiny town, and it's just it's just out there. It still is the Wild West.
Have you done Joshua Tree yet?
I've been through Joshua's Tree. Oh, see, now you're making my brain fire.
I got you.
I love Telluride. I love Colorado. Love Billings. I like the West. I really like the
Yeah, you
West.
seem like a pirate cowboy.
Well,
I like it.
I grew up on a farm down here in Georgia. I love Georgia, but it's just the humidity and the bugs. But when you go out west, it's just it's so dry and it feels good. I love it.
Marfa, Texas. I would look into that.
Texas?
Have you been? Marfa, Texas specifically.
With an F or Martha?
Marfa.
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 My grandmother's called my great grandmother was called Martha, and I think when I was young I said Marfa.
My family, that's really cute. Yeah, my family thought that I was saying Martha too. I was like, no, Marfa. It's this great art community, very look it up, but it's like Joshua Tree-esque, but really cool. And there's aliens out there.
Oh, aliens?
So you
See,
gotta
I
go
don't
sing
believe
about
in
that.
ghosts or aliens. I've never seen them.
Well,
but
you could go see them. I
wanna
saw
see
them
it.
with my own eyes. Not the
I believe
aliens. I
you.
saw this strange light. It's a whole thing. Just look into it. It's really
I
fun.
thought I saw aliens, but I was just one night too drunk and I was walking up to a Dollar General.
Yeah, I feel that. Might have been me in a alien suit. Who knows?
He's got songs and jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie 9 volt here in the Valid Music Studio. So we are getting close to. We only don't have much time left in the show, but would you be willing
Yes,
to play
please.
another song for
I
us?
will.
man?
I'll do the title track of the record, Saratoga. And,
Okay.
I'm like I said, I might squeak on this one, but it's
Hey.
rock and roll, baby.
Amen.
It's morning radio, and it is live, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Eddie 9 volt live here on Lightning 100. Also streaming on Twitch. We're here in the Valid Music Studio on Nashville's independent radio.
I'm using the house guitar, and it needs a little love, but
Yeah.
it sounds good though. All right, this one's called Saratoga. Where does the time go when no one's around you? Don't I feel like space and time are all but one? Like a dog on the porch, can just chill all night. Ever think he wonders what's wrong or right? All right, Lord, wrong or right? It's always the easy way that's open when there's a fire inside. still a rage. Run away in the night unspoken. Well, I'll be there in the Saratoga rain, in the rain. Had a small town heat wave, it burned us up. All the banks are closing and the bars dried up. Lord, I can't get no drink. When the day is done and the ghosts come out, is there anybody who can love me now? Lord, anybody? It's always the easy way that's open. Well, there's a fine side, still a rage. Run away in the night unspoken. Well, I'll be there in the Saratoga rain, in the rain. That's open when there's a fire inside, still a rage. Run away in the night spoken. Well, I'll be there in the Saratoga rain, in the rain. Thank you very much.
So
Thank
good.
you for having me. I appreciate you.
Whatever. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us.
Whatever. And
Great show.
And Eddie, like a true trooper, playing. It is the house guitar. We grabbed it. I need to do a little work on it.
No, it's
don't
good,
I?
man. You know, I think the strings are a little old, but it's fine, man. I hope I didn't mess any on the autographs, you know.
Yeah, well, no, I
no.
actually
They're
am
permanent.
gonna have you.
Oh,
You've got to autograph it as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys, man.
Oh,
And,
thank you,
thanks
man.
for all the hospitality and have fun in Santorini.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I'm going to Santorini, everybody. I mean, they know that, but I can't wait. I can't wait. Now I got to go to the Caldera Trail.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I'll bet you, I was going to say, I bet you didn't know that. I mean, we knew Eddie was coming in, but I bet you didn't know you were going to have some tips on what to see when you get to
I am
get to
so
Greece
excited.
later this
I just
year.
want to DM you a photo and be like, look, I made it.
Hey, please. and there's plenty of dogs up there that I always
I
lay
might
on their
kidnap.
back. You should, but you know, I wanted to bring one home, like you said, a cat. But I was like, I'm like, how do you? He's loving the life up there, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Eddie 9-Volt joining us here in the Valid Music Studio. Again, a lot of dates already scheduled, at least through the summertime, but I would say stay posted because there probably are more shows that just haven't been announced
City
yet.
near you.
Eddie, the number 9volt.com is the website to follow along. And of course, keep it tuned here to Lightning 100 to keep hearing Eddie's music.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you guys so
good.
much, and everybody keep supporting your local radio stations, man.
Couldn't say it better than myself, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to try. Eddie 9-Volt joining us here in the Valid Music Studio.